Welcome back to the channel, Fishing with Norby, folks. Today's an exciting little shop talk vid. We're going over one of my favorite ways to rig a little swim bait, specifically Rage Swimmer. It doesn't even have to be a little swim bait. It can be a super small swim bait like the 2.75. It could be a 3 1/4 like this one. It could even be a giant 6-inch swim bait. There is a hook that I use a lot of the time that doesn't get talked about a ton. You've heard of the Core Tackle hover rig hook for like shaking a minnow, but you don't hear much about the Tush Hook. And I want to explain to you my setup to help you put more fish in the boat, especially in the fall. This is a fall bass fishing tip for fishing swim baits and just catching more fish. No matter where you're at in the country, fish key in on shad more. And this is a great, I like to throw it in shallow water, so I'm going with a great shallow water technique to catch bass in the fall. And all I need you to do right now before we get in the video, I don't ask you to do this much, but hit that thumbs up button for me. Like this video, please. You're watching on it, you clicked on it, it took time to make it for you. It really helps my channel out. And I'm going to start asking y'all to hit that thumbs up button a lot more often. And if you would, let's get the thumbs up buttons to over 10%. 10% of the views, that'd be awesome. If we get 5,000 views, I would love to have 500 thumbs ups. That would be incredible. That's not asking much. So, stop right now, hit that thumbs up button for me, please. Anyways, we're jumping in the video. This right here is the Tush Hook. We're going to cover when to throw it, why I throw it, and how to rig it. So, this little guy right here, there's different sizes. There's a lot of different sizes, really, and it's made by Core Tackle. So I'm going to take out a little one real quick, and then I'm also going to take out a big one. But I just want to show you the differences in these hooks. This one right here is super small, super lightweight. If you're trying to throw a swim bait on top, you know, like a buzz bait, if you're trying to reel it over the top of some grass, this is your hook right here. A 1/16 ounce. It's going to keep that swim bait up really high, really shallow. If you're trying to throw it around the edge of docks and get them to come out and out of the out from under the shade and demolish a swim bait, this little guy right here. But you do have to slow down a little bit throwing this 1/16 ounce swim bait. It's a little light, so when you bomb it out there, you have enough weight with the swim bait. You can throw it on spinning, you can throw it on bait casting, it doesn't matter. I like throwing it on 17-pound fluoro if I'm fishing it subsurface and slow, but if I'm trying to burn it on top, I like throwing it on braid, 65-pound braid. So a 1/16 ounce, you'll slow down. You'll rig your swim bait on there. I'm going to rig it for you here in a minute, but it's a slower up high technique. I throw a 3 1/4 on that and just go slow, and it flutters along the top of the water column, and that tail is kicking. And some days they just want it really slow, and they sit there and they think about it for a minute. And if you have something buzzing by them, they don't even move. Some days they need that reaction bite. So if it's a day where everything seems slow, the water's calm, it's still, it's sunny, it's hot, there's not a lot of movement, not a lot of current, that's when I slow down. And I throw that 1/16 ounce right there on a little 3 1/4. But if it is a day where current's moving, the wind's blowing, that's when I go bigger or faster, or both, bigger and faster. So if they're keying in on little shad, little 3 1/4s, typically I'm throwing this ghost shad right here. I fish the Tennessee River a lot, Lake Gunnersville a lot, and you can see 2 to 4 feet on the regular, and sometimes more than that. They just don't see it as easy, they don't pinpoint it as easy, it looks more natural. And then as we get into muddier water, I like going brighter and brighter white, or going to a dark black and blue. So rigging this thing up, this guy right here is the 3/8 ounce Tush, and I love throwing it when I want to burn this bait in, this swim bait. So you just go through the nose like normal, thread it up, and then you got to kind of shove the body of that swim bait over the tush head. But it has ridges on it, and it actually holds up to a ton of fish catches. You can yank on that swim bait and it does not come down on the hook. So I love that. I bomb this thing, cover a lot of water with it when they're on that fall bite, that buzzbait bite. If the grass is submerged, you can reel that over the grass and they smoke it. So that's a blast. You can also fish this a little deeper, a little heavier. And then if you're going big, we have the big Tush. They make a ton of different sizes. You'll just have to check them out. But this guy right here is a 7/0 1/2 ounce. We could throw that on the ledges if we want. That is a big hook right there, the old Tush. So you could throw like a 6 or 7 inch swim bait on that. Be just perfect for throwing it out deep. And then one other advantage of the Tush head is there is no jig head. There is no lead weight when these fish grab your bait. They chomp on it, they hold it, and they don't feel that lead bouncing around their mouth. And if they slackline you, you don't take the chance of them spitting it out while you're catching up to set the hook. So that is sweet. They don't short strike it as much. Just a really good head for fishing swim baits on. So that is what I have been using. I've used it on my Alabama rigs. I've used it in open water, and then I've used it around grass, and I love it. And it's slowly, quickly replacing my jig head. So it's been really fun. I typically throw it, like I said, on a bait caster, a 7.3 medium heavy. I like throwing it on 17-pound fluoro or 65-pound braid. And I fish that thing in all conditions, and it catches them. So the fall, the fish start feeding on shad, and they just key in on that little swim bait profile. You see people shaking a minnow all the time, but typically you got to be in somewhat deeper water to do that. At least 5 to 8 foot plus, down to 70. 10. I would say typically your minnow shaking is done in like 10 to 30 foot on average. And the type of fishing that I'm typically doing with the Tush head is in 0 to 4 foot. That's where that bait shines for me. Now when I throw it on the Alabama rig, I will fish it down to even 10, 15 foot, maybe even 20 foot if I'm fishing way deep with that A rig. You can weight the swim baits exactly how you want them to make that rig fall faster. But when I'm fishing the swim bait by itself, if I'm not fishing a ledge with the big one, I'm typically in 0 to 4 foot. So that is how I fish the Tush head right there. So another thing, we just listed our boat for sale. It is for sale. If I'll put the link to the listing in the description of this video, but it comes with everything. It has, I added it up. It has $44,000 worth of accessories on it. Graphs, power poles, lithiums, you name it, the mounts, the turret, power pole move trolling motor, just so many things. I list them all in the link below. So, and we are listing this boat under the base model of the Camus XS21. What it comes bare with just 2 little graphs and a trolling motor out the shop. We're pricing this boat under that with $44,000 worth of accessories. So if you're in the market for a boat, pass that along to somebody you know and get you a good deal on a Camus. They ride great, and we'll be announcing what we're doing in the future in another upcoming video. But yeah, today's video brought to you in the shop, the old Tush Hook. It's a good one. Y'all go check it out. God bless y'all. Appreciate you always watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet, and we will catch you on the next video. We may have to do more of these shop talk vids. Let me know if you like that. Let me know if you have any ideas, something you want me to talk through, discuss down in the comments. I'm always happy to talk through a technique, help you learn, help teach what I know. I don't know it all, but I've done a lot of fishing, a lot of different techniques, and I'll share with you what I know. So God bless you. We're going to get out of here. Catch you on the next video. Fishing with Norby.